What is up, everyone, and welcome to the CJ Unedited podcast. Guys, it almost happened that we were about to do the entire show and not actually be live.
Yes, so the sweat song started, and then it was just me on the screen chugging my water bottle, and I was like, "What happened?"
And I was like, guys, I was like, Chrissy, I literally just started playing the song, and we did not have any, we weren't live, and that would have been so embarrassing. Because that entire we would have been sitting here for an hour and some change, and no one would have been watching.
I'm glad we're here.
Exactly. We're here. We're live. I have a different setup because what you can't see is my room has been rearranged. So now I have a corner behind me.
It's really cool looking. You should post pictures of the setup.
I will. I'll post pictures on Instagram. But right next to me are the Stronger, Faster, Better book from Ryan Ferguson, Lauren Graham's book from our Gilmore Girls, my pop socket that I got from
Mr. Gavin Woodson.
Mr. Gavin. No, it's not Mr. Gavin Winston. I got that from Todd.
Oh, Todd. Okay. King.
And then my signed NCAA baseball. So.
Ooh. That's from your team?
Yeah, from UCM. So, Chrissy, it's a new week. It's a new day. How are you this week? Scott says hello, Chrissy and James and Chrissy.
Hello. How are you this week?
No, how are you this week? That's the question.
Kahlua wants to be involved tonight, apparently. She's got something to say. I am doing pretty well. Not too bad of a week. It's going quickly. It's going very quickly, and I have off this weekend from my second job, so that'll be fun. It is my dad's birthday this weekend, so hopefully doing some fun for that. And it's going to rain, but whatever. I'm just looking forward to a day off. So how are you?
I'm good. Stressed out. Just school, as always. While the interview's playing tonight, I'll probably be writing a paper. I can't tell if that's on the wall behind me or if that's like on my computer screen. It's on my left shoulder. Oh, it's on the wall. Okay. I thought it was a piece of dirt on my computer. Sorry. My dad says that's Dad, James.
Oh, he called you. Oh, ooh.
He called me out tonight. I'm doing really well. I'm fantastic. So yeah. I'm ready for tonight's show. I'm ready to do some homework.
For Survivor Philly ended up being literally the night after Alex was with us, and Isaiah just it would be hard for Isaiah to interview like the final three because like spoiler alert, he was in it. So Alex interviewed all three of us, and I was like, did we just do this? So that was cool, and then we got a really cool ending of Big Brother. So
I know Big Brother ended, and we had Taylor Hale, who was the first person to ever win Big Brother after being on the block night one or week one. I have really shitty.
I am hopeful that how this will change. This might change like gameplay, like. I don't know. People with cool stories might have a shot. I'm very happy for her. I am still a jailer shipper like the rest of Twitter. I hope something happens there. And I also want to take back all the negative comments I made preseason, which was one day about Turner, because he was also my favorite player this season. He was so fun to watch.
So if you haven't watched, spoiler alert, but biggest shock. Before we get into anything tonight, before we get into what are you drinking, who was the person that surprised you the most that voted for Taylor?
Oh my God, Terrence.
Oh, that's not who. Nope, wasn't for me. Kyle.
Kyle too. Terrence. It was like Terrence and then Kyle, like a step below.
Yeah. So a little thing about Taylor. First African American female. First winner to win America's Favorite Player and the game at the same time.
As she should.
First player to she made history by having the longest jury speech in the history of
Oh, really?
455 words.
Really?
Yep. But we'll do more of a deep dive on that. Maybe I do a bonus episode about our review about Big Brother 24. Oh my God. Even though we originally said we weren't going to watch it, and then we ended up watching it. So
I would literally pay to get that woman on here, but okay. But, yeah, we said we were not going to watch it, but then when the good guys
guys started winning, so
and she was my winner pick. If you go back and watch the draft, so I know that's right.
So, Chrissy, what are you drinking tonight? Let me guess.
We have caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Hey, my mom is on to watch tonight. This is the first.
Oh my gosh, hi.
She hasn't been on in a while.
I know. So. I haven't seen her in a minute. Nice to see you.
Everyone's commenting to each other. We like to see it. I am drinking good old Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
Wait, what is that?
Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
We've never had Baja Blast. What is that? A soda? Not me about to Google it.
You've never had Baja Blast?
Is this an energy drink?
No, it's a soda that's available only at Taco Bell.
It's basically just Mountain Dew?
It is, but it's only available at Taco Bell. Have you not been to Taco Bell?
I'm almost 40 years old. I would get so sick eating Taco Bell. I could die.
I don't even know if I can do this show with you anymore. You've never had Baja Blast?
I don't think so.
Should I? I'm literally in an interview, and I'm literally on our freaking Survivor draft night drinking Baja Blast alcohol.
I thought that was just Mountain Dew. It
is Mountain Dew, but it's a flavor of Mountain Dew from Taco Bell.
And what the hell is the difference? It's a different color? All right, let's move on.
It's literally a Baja. Oh my God. It's literally a Mountain Dew that is designed specifically for Taco Bell. Okay, you know what? I'm moving on because I'm about to have an aneurysm, and I just messed up my hair. Anyway,
the anger.
Anyway, last night was very stressful for me until I received a bing bing from Instagram.
Ooh, excitement.
And I was so excited when I opened it up and saw that Brent freaking Champagne, who we're going to have on at the end of the month, posted about us on his Instagram, but he was wearing our merch at freaking Fenway Park. And if you guys can't read that, it says Champagne Anyone episode, CGN edited podcast episode with yours truly airs October 27th. Make sure to check it out. But now back to the game. Go.
Not him just doing that on his own volition. I love it.
He just straight up did it on his own. He was like, you know what? Like, let me just go ahead and post this. Here's another image from it. This is his back.
Yes. What a beautiful
his back watching the game with our, what are you drinking tonight in the back of it.
Oh my God. Was he drinking? He should have told us.
I think he was. He's probably drinking.
I know.
Here is a video of literally someone posted a video and said, is that Brent Champagne is that Brent from Big Brother? Watching.
He's walking around in our merch.
He's walking around in our merch. So hold on. And it says, is that Flower Champagne ? And there he is walking with our merch.
Hey.
Like, what? But then the best and most important and coolest thing that happened was I commented and I said, couldn't ask for a better podcast plug than at the legendary Fenway Park. See you on October 27th. Fly with Champagne. And he posted and he replied back, literally, I don't know if you can read it, but it says, best and most prepared interview I've had in the past year. And most of them were big publications. Says a lot about you and your passion. The pleasure is on mine, my guy. And that podcast interview will air on October 27th. So that was really, really, really cool. Merch will be available soon. We are working on changing things up a little bit. We're probably going to get rid of the black option of our hoodies and bring in, if it works, a burnt orange podcast hoodie. Mainly because burnt orange is my favorite color. So
I want a burnt orange one.
I know everyone's here for an interview, but there's one other thing that I really, really, really want to talk about. And Chrissy, you and I were in New York City a couple of months ago. And I was super excited when we were there, but there's a show that I really want to see, and I've already seen it once, but it's ending. And that's the Phantom of the Opera. Ooh. It has been on Broadway for 35 years.
And is it ending?
And it's ending after 13,925 performances. So what's funny is that they cited COVID as a reason why it's ending. But there's nothing like a closing announcement. And this is from an article. There's nothing like a closing announcement to generate business. Okay. They had a lack of inflow of money because of COVID. People didn't want to go see shows. But in the week following their announcement, the Phantom of the Opera saw its gross sales jump to close to 250,000 for a week. And their capacity reached over 100%.
Wow. Over?
Yeah, it was like the closing week of last week. It was at 102.5%, which means that there people were standing. But it's really cool. Is they announced a couple of things. So I'm gonna play those real quick. But I'm gonna bring up the files. Here's the first thing that they released, which is a trailer for their goodbye. And when they announced that, they asked for people to put their favorite memories of their time at Phantom of the Opera on they asked people to reply with their favorite memories, and people did. And so the Phantom had some words for those people who put their memories out there. And so today they released this. Oh.
Of the Opera, fondest greetings to you all. It has come to my attention that my instructions to my managers at the Majestic Theater regarding the Broadway production of my legend are now widely known. I have indeed instructed that performances shall cease on February 18th. As I anticipated, there has been overwhelming demand for seats. Therefore, I strongly advise you to obtain tickets as soon as you are able, with the exception of Box 5, which is to be kept empty for me at all times. I have developed a particular fondness for New York City. So be vigilant. I shall not be far away. It is in your interests to comply with my advice. I remain your obedient servant, O.G.G.
Woo! Cool.
So Box 5, if you have never seen Phantom of the Opera, is in the show. He requests that Box 5 be available at all times so he can come and watch his performers perform.
I saw Phantom on Walnut Street with my parents. Or actually, no, it was at the Kimmel Center. My parents, back in my 20s. It was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
So final performance is on February 18th. If you guys want to buy me a ticket to go see it, I wouldn't be upset about that. But it has to be it has to be the February 18th performance at the final performance. Because I know Andrew Lloyd Webber is going to be there. Sarah Brightman, the original Christine, is probably going to be there. Michael Crawford, the original Phantom, is probably going to be there. It's going to be a huge celebration. It's the end of a legacy. It's been the end of the longest running Broadway show.
I wonder how much them tickets are going to be. That's insane.
Mm.
Yo.
But anyway, Anyway, we're all here for a special guest tonight. This is an interview I recorded a couple of weeks back. So my hair is gonna look different. My face is gonna look
Speaking
different.
of music. Whoop, whoop.
Speaking of music, I got to meet this wonderful lady named Jenny Teator when I was in St. Louis for the concert that Chrissy gave me tickets to.
Full circle
So
moment.
I asked her, I said, can I play some of your music on our show? And she said, sure, but why not I come on and perform and play and like talk to you? And so I sat down in an hour and 10-minute interview, or a 15-minute interview. I don't remember. We'll see. And that is what we're about to play now. So stay tuned afterwards. We got some things to talk about and about what's coming up next month. But are you guys ready for the interview? Yeah. Okay. Correct. We'll go that way, like with Dora. Chrissy, anything you're excited?
Are you going to warn them about the moment where someone knocks on your door?
Oh yes, there is a moment in this video where someone knocks on the door in the middle of the interview, and my face is like.
He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to get up. I don't want to be rude. And it's like in the middle. Well, you'll see. Yeah,
you'll see. So without further ado, here is that interview. What's up, guys? I am here with Jenny Teator. I had the opportunity to meet her and fall in love with her music and her boots when she was performing with Restless Road in St. Louis. So to be able to have the opportunity to sit down and chat with you about your time in country music and hear a couple of songs with you is incredible. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Good. So before we even get into anything, I've told you from the beginning, our motto here is, what are you drinking tonight? So got to ask, what are you drinking?
Oh, well, right now I am hydrating with my Teeter Tribe Yeti because I have a show pretty soon. But normally I'd be drinking whiskey because I'm a whiskey girl, obviously. I just have to hydrate before I drink the whiskey because that's the responsible thing to do. But yeah, I'm always
hydrate.
Yeah. It's gonna be whiskey soon. So.
Perfect. So for those who don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself and I guess how you got into country music and what first got you into it.
Yeah. I currently live in Nashville, Tennessee. I moved here about 5 years ago to pursue music full time. I'd always done music throughout college. I had my own band there. We did a 90s band, and I just started writing music and kind of fell in love with it. But I knew I needed to like go somewhere where it's saturated with people who are better than me so I can learn from them. So Nashville was it for me. I fell in love with it. And I moved here, started working at a bar downtown, made my connections that way, and just started inserting myself into the music scene and playing a bunch of writers' rounds and just writing a lot. And so I released my first single in 2019. And from then on, it's just been like an upward like journey. It's been really awesome. I've had some lows, but I've really wanted to like diversify my music because as much as I love country, I also love blues and rock. And you see some of those hints of genres in my music as well. And I've written with so many different songwriters in those genres as well. So it's kind of blended into my own sound, which I really am enjoying. And so I've had the opportunity to play some awesome, opening slots like Restless Road. That was awesome. And that's how I met you. And it's just like meeting people from those opportunities and moving forward with like true support is like the best thing. It really is. And yeah, I'm excited for what's next. There's a lot. We're working on a lot of things. So
you kind of touched on it, but how would you you said you do a little bit of blues, you do a little bit of country. How would you describe the music that you typically create?
Honestly, we've kind of casted a wide net between rock and country because I have a natural twang, I guess you could say. I have a very soulful voice. Like I like to like belt it. A lot of my songs, I'm belting it. But there's like a soulful twang in there as well. And I think a lot of country music fans resonate with that because there's definitely a country influence in some of my songs. Some of it's like rock, you know, but my vocal, I think, ties it all together. And there's a huge difference like seeing me acoustically with just me and my guitar versus my full band. And you get the full experience there. But I like it all. So I've been saying rock and roll with a hint of soul to describe my music because, I mean, it's a little bit of both, honestly. So it's like Miranda Lambert met Elle King meets Grace Potter, you know?
Huh.
A little bit
I
of
like
each.
that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Every person, no matter what you're doing in life, you are inspired by someone. So who inspired you to make your music? Like what, okay, hold on. Let's backtrack. Okay. So people get inspired, to do anything. Like, so who inspired you to make your music? And then who do you admire? Cause like, I'm a fan of the greats, like, you know, Reba and George and Garth. So who inspired you to make your music? And then who do you admire?
Okay, so this is going to be so crazy because it's like I started making music when I was 15. That's when I picked up a guitar and taught myself. So I was 15. All right. I loved Michelle Branch. She was my girl. I don't know why. I mean, she's amazing. She was amazing. That whole first album, like it got me into wanting to learn how to play. And so she definitely got me there. My mom always listened to Faith Hill, Martina McBride. And so like that country influence, I think, you know, played a part as well. We listened to all of those. But that got me started. And then I had my emo phase, of course, in high school. You got to. So that doesn't really count. But behind me, if you can see, there's the Grace Potter. I loved her. I got to meet her and go to one of her shows for the first time. She really inspired me. And then over here, Tedeschi Trucks Band. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I've never heard of them.
Susan Tedeschi is an incredible blues singer. She's married to Derek Trucks, who is an incredible blues guitarist, and he plays slide guitar. And I was introduced to them in college. They're kind of like a jam band, but like bluesy. She has an amazing voice. And so that, I mean, they really inspired me to like really dig into music and all the different types of music as well. And yeah, I mean, Susan Tedeschi, her voice fits mine a lot, very well. So I sing a lot of her as well. And that kind of got me started. And then when I moved to Nashville, I really dug into the country because besides my mom listening to Martina and Faith Hill and all those, I wasn't like surrounded by country. I didn't like grow up, you know, just only listening to country. I kind of had my hands in a whole bunch of different genres and testing it all out. But I grew to really respect and love country music when I moved here. And now I think you hear that in my music, and I'm writing more story songs, which I love that element of country music. People connect, and probably the song I'm going to play later is like I've gotten a consistent emotional response to my story songs. So
I think if you look at artists who, this is going to sound a little different, but if you look at artists that tell their stories in songs and people resonate, like Taylor Swift, for instance, who every song is F you, you did this wrong with me, you did this to me. People resonate with that, and people go to that when they're in heartbreak because, you know, she went through what we went through. And so I feel like the more story songs that are out there, the more people resonate with them.
Absolutely. And so I think that, and I'm seeing that even with my own. I mean, it's fun to have the fun songs, and I've got plenty of those out. But I've written so many songs like those story songs or something that really digs into you emotionally that haven't really been released yet. I have a huge catalog of songs, and now I'm like kind of leaning into my next album is going to be more intentional, I think. So I'm excited about that.
Okay. So we've talked about your influences, what your songs are about, but take us through your creative process. Like, what is it that inspires you to make a song? And then how long does it take for some of those songs to develop? Because I know some artists, they can write a song in 5 minutes. It comes to them. So what's your creative process like?
So I'm a more melody. I can do vocal hooks like that. I come into the right usually with the melody or the hook. So for like my song Ooh Na Na, ooh na 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 na, yeah. That I like came into the right. I was like, I have this in my head and I want to go with it, and let's just see what happens. And so a lot of the vocal hooks like that come from me. I'm not a poet. I don't just like, there some people just like vomit lyrics, and I wish I could do that, but I'm definitely more melody driven, and I got, you've got something in your head, and I definitely start with the idea from personal experience.
Okay.
All of my songs I have a connection to, whether I experienced it or I saw it, or I love whiskey. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is definitely coming from me in some way, and I usually just start with a melody, honestly. It's either that or the title. The title of a song will pop into my head and like, ooh, I like that title. And you can go off of that and start writing a song. When I first moved here, it took probably like 4+ hours to write a song. Now it's like hour and a half. Feel good about it. It gets easier the more you practice and the more you write, depending on the subject matter, that is. But yeah,
it's cool that you say that sometimes it's the songs that like the song titles that determine the song, but it's also, if you look at it for the fans, and I'm going to show an image here. It's an image of us, but you have a song Black Cherry Heart, and people have been inspired to create outfits for you with Black Cherry Hearts on them. So like, and this is us. This was taken at the Restless Road concert. What you can't see is the boots that I really wanted. But I think it's cool that you can see this, like how your fans resonate with the songs too. Just because I've seen it too, that people have gone on and make their own t-shirts and their own merchandise recording or to what your albums are and what your songs are. I'm curious to see if anyone's ever did anything for Daughter of the Devil. Daughter of the Devil?
Yes.
Daughter of the Devil.
That hat that I'm wearing in that picture was made after Daughter of the Devil. So you can't see it. But it's Caliber Hat Company. She actually just moved here. She made that hat for me because she listened to Daughter of the Devil and fell in love with the song. She's like, can I make you a hat inspired by that song? I'm like, yeah. And so there's devil horns on it. There's like devil horns on it, and then snake skin of a
I remember. Okay, snake. Yes, I remember now. Yes.
Yes.
I remember that.
So, I mean, it's just like so cool to me, and it's so custom and personal. That hat was created because of that song, and she loved that song. And even the jacket and everything. Black Cherry Hearts. I love the anatomical hearts, and it's kind of a nod to, Western wear with the jewels, and I just loved it. So I'm really getting into custom stage wear now.
It's a flash of like Dolly, because Dolly always wears
the
creative Western wear.
Yeah, I love it. So there's definitely going to be more of that. I think just digging into your artistry and really figuring out like what your style, your music and sound is, and it all just like flourishing in these different little areas. Stage wear is one of those areas that I'm just now getting into, and I'm kind of addicted. So
okay, so the next one I think it's kind of funny because I just mentioned something like Dolly, but if you could collaborate with any country artist on any song, this is a very hard-hitting one. And you can have multiple, but who would you want to collaborate with? That doesn't have to be country, any artist.
Honestly, Miranda Lambert's my favorite. So I love, and her new album is so good. I'm like already learning some of those songs. I just sing her songs well. Like there's certain artists that fit your voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Miranda Lambert, Susan Tedeschi, Grace Potter, like Melissa Etheridge. Like, I don't know. There's just certain Fleetwood Mac, you know, I have all these different influences, but if I were to pick one, oh my gosh, Miranda Lambert, let's go. Come on. We're both sassy. We both have this, like, I think we would collaborate really well on a song and just live. And when her and Elle King came out with Drunk, I was like, that was a really cool collaboration. Those are like two of my favorite artists.
I like that you said Miranda Lambert because it's actually in my head because we're recording this while I'm in St. Louis, but I drove by my old grandparents' house where I spent a majority of the time. And literally, as soon as I drove by, the song that popped in my head was The House That Built Me. Oh. And part of me wanted to like go knock on the door and be like, hey, can I just have a look around this house? Like, I haven't been here since I was like 5. Right?
I know. That's such a powerful song. Gosh.
But then I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to be that creepy person that just goes, hi,
hey,
I used to live here. Can I see this house again?
Sure you did. Yeah, no. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I can accurately remember, like, and it could creep them out, but like, into the house to the left, there's a bathroom and then 3 bedrooms, and then go downstairs. Like, I could tell them every single detail, which would know that I used to live there, but like, and I haven't lived there since I was 5. But no, she has those sad country songs, and then she has Little Red Wagon and like
yeah, she's awesome. I really like her. Man, yeah.
So this is a 2-parter now. It was a 1-parter. If you could open a show for any artist, who would it be? And would you choose Miranda Lambert if she invited you?
Oh, 100%. Let's go. Pack my bag right now. Yes. Miranda Lambert would be awesome. Okay. There's so many artists that I would want to open for. Miranda Lambert, for sure. I mean, obviously Elle King, Grace Potter. I have another, like, also obsession, like in the more of the rock world, but Alanis Morissette. Oh my gosh, I love her. I don't know. That's another artist that I think would just be so fun to collaborate and open for.
I want to see her musical so bad.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just watched the documentary and I didn't really know her story like that. So she would be one.
I had tickets to Jagged Little Pill and then COVID happened, so I couldn't go.
Yeah. Do you know the Cadillac 3?
Yeah.
Whiskey Myers, those people, I would love, like, that would be a good fit, I think, because they're more on the country rock side or southern rock, whatever. But they would be a lot of fun to open for as well. Yeah, for sure. I love Whiskey Myers. My boyfriend got me into them. So, yeah, there's so many.
I love going, and this is just me, but I personally love going and seeing like Restless Road, like the up and coming, like you.
Yeah.
I know there's, and it's weird. It's like the ones that I've known from like American Idol and America's Got Talent and The Voice. I love going to see them because they're not big names. The crowds are smaller, so you have more of an opportunity to see them. For instance, I want to go see Noah Thompson so bad. He was on American Idol.
Yeah.
He's coming to Kansas City. He's coming to St. Louis. Want to go see him. Are there artists that you haven't seen yet that you really want to see?
Yes, actually, it's funny you said this because I was late to the game on getting the tickets. It's already sold out. But just the topic of up and coming artists, I just went to my first CMT Next Women of Country show. It was at the City Winery in Nashville. And so like every year CMT has like a class of 2022 Next Women in Country. And it's all up and coming female artists in country. And it was a writer's round. There was 2 different rounds of 4 different artists. Like Jesse James Decker was part of it. Calista Clark, Tennille Aerts. There's so many. I don't know. There were so many like amazing songwriters that I'd never even seen. But it was very intimate, seated writer's round.
Huh.
And it was incredible. It left me. I was so inspired. Very, very inspired when I left that show. And so there's one artist that she's incredible, and they just announced a show. It's Caitlin Smith.
I've never heard of her.
Lainey Wilson.
Okay, I've heard Lainey Wilson.
Yeah, and so those 3 are coming together and playing at the Franklin Theater, and it's already sold I really wanted to go. So I would love to see Lainey Wilson or Caitlin Smith. They're pretty incredible. And
have you heard Lainey Wilson's new song with Hardy?
Don't even get me started. We've been listening to it nonstop. It is so good. Like, so good. And I didn't really know Hardy, really. I knew he was more on the, like, you know, pop country side. And I just, like, he surprised me with that.
Very first time I heard it, someone told me you should hear the new song. It's called Wait in the Truck. And I didn't know, like, just the title of it. I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And then I listened to the very first time and I was driving and I was like, hold up. So I actually had to pull off the side of the road and like restart it because I was like, I need to hear this from start to finish without like being distracted. So moving, so powerful. It's brought me to tears.
Yep, same. I got goosebumps.
And it's weird to think that like people like Lainey Wilson are big names with Hardy, but yet they're still up and coming. And it's like, wow. Like,
yeah, I know. Well, no, they're doing pretty good for themselves, but they're newer on the scene. So, and they're killing it. I mean, did you watch the music video for it? There's a music video. Oh God. Pause this video. It's like a movie. I mean, they did such an incredible job with it. That will probably get you going.
now I know what I'm doing after this.
Yeah, go watch it. It is amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets like Song of the Year.
Then you also got to see like, okay, look at you've been to the CMT roundtable thing. You performed with the CMT next Grand Ole Opry next class performers of Restless Road. So I could see you performing with bigger names, some of these big names, like in the near future.
Yeah, that's a goal for sure. I mean, like it would be a dream of mine to get next Women of Country. Even though I'm not full country, I've always like had this dilemma, and I'll be like, but I don't know. I just don't know that I'll get it because I don't know if they're looking for like straight full country, and they're like, no, you're very much like, just because I don't know. There's several artists that are not just like straight, you know, in that lane and have different influence. Like she's like, you've got this. You could totally do that. And so I've had a really good support system of people like
look at for instance, Florida Georgia Line, who are now on hiatus and now like. They're country, but they also brought in that like bro country.
Yep.
Like that kind of pop country.
Yeah.
And then, but you don't set yourself out on not being CMT next female artist because Dolly Parton was nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's true. That's true.
Well, and then she turned it down. Then everyone was like, "You're making a bad decision. Like you are. Take it." So if you see people like that who are getting nominated for things that are outside of their genre, you'll get it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's crazy what your brain will like make you think sometimes. It's that self-doubt will seep in every now and then. But at the end of the day, like I know who I am and what I want. And I hope that like my personality just comes out on stage and I'm just myself because at the end of the day, the market's going to tell you if they like you or not. So far we're doing good. And we'll see what happens next. I mean, my music video for Whiskey With Me was just premiered on CMT for the first time. So that was a huge win. So
it's good. Guys, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on CMT. It's on YouTube too. I think it's very good. I got the opportunity to watch it. So you performed in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
You performed in Nashville, obviously. Where else have you performed, like around the country, like, or have you only been doing back and forth between those two?
Oh no! Oh, I've been everywhere. Oh my gosh. So I'm originally from St. Louis, so I love coming home. But we have also, yes, that's right. Go Cards. We have gone everywhere. So on the side of my own music career, me and my two best friends created this house concert touring business model where we did a whole house concert tour. We did a West Coast, we did an East Coast, we've gone everywhere. And we put on a Nashville Writers Round in your house. And all you have to do is invite your friends over. It's all donation based, like no cost to the host. And we bring the music to you. You provide the people for us. So it's been an incredible journey with that. We went all through. We flew out to Idaho, rented a car, and drove all the way through California and did like 10 shows out there. We did a whole East Coast tour in like Jersey. We went to Vermont. We did Seattle, Ohio. I mean, we've gone everywhere. I'm trying to think. We've gone pretty much everywhere. We want to do Texas. We haven't done that yet.
How have you not done Texas?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know many people out there. And so we start with who we know, and then they connect us with their people who would want to host us. So that's on our list. We want to go to Texas. But yeah, we've been doing that on the side. And then Florida is a big one. I've gone to Florida with my band a few times, and I opened for, now these are very opposite bands. We opened for Candlebox, which is a rock band from the 90s.
Okay.
And then Tracy Lawrence.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, they invited me back. They're like, do you want to open for Tracy Lawrence? I'm like, sure. I mean, I know who he is. So it's funny how the opportunities come in. And then I opened for Cowboy Mouth in St. Louis as well, which was another band from the 90s. So, opportunities will just come in, and I love performing with full band as well. But we've got some side acoustic stuff on the side as well. And I've seen a lot of the US doing that. So I just love traveling. So
this one is listen, you don't have to answer the second part, but what is your favorite and least favorite venue that you've been to?
Oh, hell. My favorite. Honestly, I love old rock.
As a fan, I have my least favorite. I'm like, I'll never go here again. But
okay. Yes, I do have a least favorite. It's not really a venue. It was just some terrible bar we played in Wisconsin. Oh my God. It was like, we are not welcome here. Like we walked in like with our, I got my sparkly gold boots on, and it's like a biker bar. So I don't even know. It was called Rockabilly's. So sorry, Rockabilly's, but it was terrible. And that was on our house concert tour. We found someone recommended it. I don't know. So we were like, yeah, and whatever, they're paying us, and 3 girls just walking to this bar, and it's like the parking lot was like under this like overpass. It was so sketchy. No, thank you. I will not go back. So that was probably the worst place we played. I remember just being like, I'm about to walk out. It was so bad. People were like looking at us. I don't know. But honestly, I love Old Rock House.
Yeah, I love it.
Really do. It's just, I don't know if it's because I feel like I'm at home, but I played there so many times. Like, I know the people, Tony, the sound engineer, like I've known them for a while. So that just feels comfortable. Here in Nashville, Exit In. That's a historic place here. Anyone famous back in the day, like the whole behind the stage. A lot of people take a picture behind the stage in the green room because the whole wall is signatures of all, famous people that have played there and stuff. So that's a cool spot.
I have a place. I'll drop you the name after this is over, because I'm not dropping it on here because I don't want to get people's hopes up. Right. But I have a place that I think you'd probably like to play at. It's in the Kansas City area. It's in the other side of the state. But yes. I have a place. I'm really biased.
Okay.
So I'll drop it later.
Is it Knuckleheads?
No, it's not Knuckleheads. Okay. But I've been to Knuckleheads.
Okay. I haven't played there yet, and everyone's like, you need to play there. But then
I've seen at Knuckleheads, I've seen Lane Hardy, pre-Scandal.
Yeah.
I've seen an Elton John cover band. So I've been to Knuckleheads a couple of times. It's actually, I really like the venue. So I have 2 more questions, and then we're gonna do a little bit of music, and then I'm gonna we're gonna come back for a section that we do with every special guest that's on here. So I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but it's gonna be fun. So what is the best piece of advice you have ever been given, and what is one message that you would give to your fans?
Best piece of advice. This is very simple. It really is. and it's going to sound really cheesy, but literally go for it. What do you have to lose? My dad always put that. He was just like, the worst that someone can say is no.
Mm-hmm.
And then you move on. And so that's how my brain works. Like, I'm just like, I'm always like thinking positively because, like, first of all, like, not sweating the small stuff. Like, It's okay. You'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. So I'm a very like calm person when it comes to, like, I don't know, crazy when things go down. I'll be like, it's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be fine. We'll work through this. And I've always done that. And I think moving to Nashville, that helped me a lot because you could, like, always ask. Don't be afraid of asking that question. If I was afraid of asking certain questions, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Exactly.
100%. Like, you just need to go for it because you get one life, and there's some things that I was like really nervous to like ask for, and I got it. So just say
the answer might be no, but that's okay.
And that's okay. Then you ask someone. Yeah. So I think that's the best advice I've gotten because yeah. And then what was the second question? What
if you could give a piece of advice to your fans, what would it be?
Well, that was kind of yes. That would probably be it. I've seen so many unhappy people doing something that they don't love. And I almost did that. Like, I almost did that before music.
Yeah.
I was in a totally different, I was in health before music. I didn't like major in music at all. I did health science, and as much as I loved it and I got so many good like experiences out of it, like I got to a point where I didn't love it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not fair to my clients who I was doing, sessions with, of me being unhappy when they need my help. You know what I'm saying? So like, whatever industry you're in, if you just lose your passion, which happens, by the way, totally normal, not a big deal, then you need to like move into something that you actually do love. Like, it might just be a season. And I think so many people get caught up in, I thought I was meant to do this. And like, maybe you were for this period of time. And then you moved on. You grew up from it. I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned is it's okay to grow apart from something.
Yeah.
It's okay. So, life is way too short. You have to just go for it. Go for it.
So you're going to answer this question when you play, but don't tell me now, but what is your favorite song to play when you are out on the stage? And I have a feeling you're going to probably play it, but I don't know. So the floor is all yours to play whatever songs. I think we said 3. I don't know. She's got to get her guitar.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. It's probably this one.
Change this. No, that's not it.
Oh, that's not it.
How do I change this to be the other way around? There we go.
Oh, hey. Right. Okay. Can you hear that okay?
I can hear that.
All right. This is probably my favorite one in an acoustic setting. Because again, like I said, like when I'm with full band, I'm not playing, Leather is very much like an acoustic song. I want it to stay acoustic. Certain songs just don't need drums. So whenever I'm playing acoustically, I have a whole set of different songs that just resonate with people. And I'll throw it in every now and then to a full band set, but it'll, again, just be me playing it. And this is one of those songs. This is called Leather.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
Yes. I don't know that I said this because my manager was like, you probably shouldn't keep saying that anymore. But Reba was looking at this for a little bit.
Really?
Using it. Yes. And then we never heard back. Like it was her marketing director heard the song. He wanted me to actually write a bridge to further explain why the old man is so wise in this song. And so I did. I created a bridge. and sent it to him. And then she was like wrapped up in all of her Hallmark movies. And like, he's like, I'm about to, once she's done with this, I'm going to show her. And he loved it. And it just kind of faded away. That happens. No harm, no foul. But I think it's pretty cool that Reba's camp wanted to pitch this to her. So you never know.
I think it's funny that I'm seeing Reba, and it could have been her song too.
I know. You just never know. Anyways, but I love this song so much because I think it's a gentle reminder to everybody to just be kind, because you have no idea what somebody is going through. Yeah, like we're all going through our own stuff. So this is called Leather. There's a highway sign on Route 18, a gray-haired man watching tumbleweeds roll by. Bar stool he's been sitting on is broken in from all of those coming and gone. Bikers, drivers, old hitchhikers, women of the night stopping to stay a while. You can hear the old man singing as he orders one more again. He said, life is like leather, it's not meant to be flawless forever. Worn down, weathered, sometimes you gotta sew it back together. Shiny and new is mistaken for beauty, but a life that's hard lived is lived better. There's a story in each crack of the leather. A rider up from Arizona keeps trying to call his wife back home to send his love. Calloused hands keep holding on to empty glasses like it's all they have to lose. One's been on 2 packs a day, the other works her life away just to get by. This bar's business suit is worn out jeans and cowboy boots. They say life is like leather, it's not meant to be flawless forever. Worn down, weathered, sometimes you gotta sew it back together. Shiny and new is mistaken for beauty, but a life that's hard lived is lived better. There's a story in each crack of the leather. Once the glass is dry, the old man bows his head as if to pray. He thinks back on his life, back to before when he learned to say, life is like leather, it's not meant to be flawless forever. Worn down, weathered, sometimes you gotta so we back together. Shiny and new is mistaken for beauty, but a life that's our lived is lived better. There's a story in each crack. Oh, there's a story in each crack. There's a story in each crack of the leather.
That is still one of my favorite songs.
Thank you.
I remember the very first time I heard it, I was crying while we were standing there. It's just so. Is the bridge that? Okay, I know what the bridge is. It's that last. Well, it's not a chorus. It's just that last little.
Yeah, just like.
So is that the part? What's the bridge in this one?
One glass is dry. The old man
That's
bows
what it is. Okay.
his head as if to pray. He thinks back on his life, back to before when he learned to say. So it's like he's kind of like, it kind of ties it all together. It's like he learned from someone else that life is like leather. So he's singing it out loud as he sees everybody else's stories, just reminding other people.
Oh, so good.
I know. Everyone, so many people cry with that one just because it's like maybe they're going through something and it strikes a chord. And I love those types of songs. So I'm kind of leaning into more of those. I have a ton they're unreleased. So we're working on some things.
I'm excited to see what's next.
Yeah. Me too, man. I'm so excited. I'm playing Battle of the Bands tomorrow night for the Tennessee Titans. Oh, I'm so excited for that. That's going to be fun. I'm a finalist with that. And there's some stiff competition, but it's like a huge stage downtown Nashville. And it's like those are the stage, like it's a nice stage. And it'll have that logo behind me and everything. So I'm really excited for that. But we've got a lot of good shows coming up and opportunities. So stay tuned. Please stay with me. Lots of stuff.
Well, go ahead if you want to do another one. We got a little bit of time. We got about 10 minutes.
Okay. Do you want me to should I do a new one? Oh.
Sure.
A new one. All my other ones I'm going to blow the microphone off of this. So. Whoa! I could do, I've been playing this out and I just like this. It is a story. It's a story, but it's like a creepy story a little bit. For all my bourbon lovers out there, I just wrote this song like about a month ago with Sky Claire here in town. And there's a bourbon called Widow Jane.
Okay.
If you've heard of it, it's really good. We've got some on our collection. It's out of New York. And we couldn't find the story behind why it's called Widow Jane. So we made up our own story. And we kind of went with widow, like a black widow spider. I don't know if you're familiar with what those spiders do, but when they choose their mate, they do the thing, and then the black widow kills the guy.
Yep.
So
yep.
Yeah. So Widow Jane is this is a song about a girl who kills her husband, inspired by the whiskey,
the bourbon.
Yep. We characterized her. It's funny. She sits alone in the living room, knows her man will be coming home soon. She laid his best black suit out on the bed, 'cause in her heart he's already dead. With the back of his hand and the raise of his voice, he showed her that she never really had a choice. He promised her he'd stop, but she never would. She had to get him gone for good. With one dash of evil she grew in the yard. 3 little sips should stop his heart. Widow Jane, everybody in the neighborhood whispers her name. She threw a single rose onto his grave and smiled when she walked away. That she wears a black dress so tight. When she goes down to the bars at night, only a stranger from out of town is brave enough to sit down and have a drink with Widow Jane. Widow Jane, everybody in the neighborhood whispers her name. She threw a single rose onto his grave and smiled when she walked away. That Widow Jane. Oh, that Widow Jane. Widow Jane, Widow Jane, everybody in the neighborhood whispers her name. She threw a single rose on to his grave and smiled when she walked away. You don't wanna play that game with Widow Jane. With Widow Jane. Widow Jane.
I was still muted. I was muted because I didn't want to me getting into it.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't unmute myself.
Oh.
That was good.
Thank you. Yeah, and we try to make it it's just funny. Anyways. So we're gonna see if we can get their attention with that. We'll see.
So I don't know if you want to do another one or if you just want to, wrap it up because I know you got somewhere to be. But I do have 5 more questions for you.
Okay, let's do the questions.
Okay, so this is a segment that we like to do with all of our guests. And it's called Fiery Questions.
Woo!
So
wow.
They're fiery questions, but they're also a kind of rapid fire. But if you can't rapid fire it, it's fine. So here we go. What is the most useless talent you have?
I have the perfect frown.
You got the little wrinkles and you got the...
But it's like,
you can be
some people can't frown. They're like, so I'm like, I don't know why. I have the perfect frown. It's fine.
Okay, hold on a second.
Useless.
Hold on. I gotta do something here. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Where is this image I was looking for?
Are you looking at Fred, the Muppet?
Nope. Hold on. Hold on. Where did it go? Okay. Who did it better?
Oh, God.
Is the question.
Yeah, there it is. The grumpy cat. Oh, I could do like an eyebrow raise. Oh my God. It's true though. It's true. I don't know. Literally, I learned by doing it and showing people that more people can't frown than I thought. Anyways, that's my use.
Do you sing in the shower and what are your go-to songs?
Yes, of course I sing in the shower. Come on. This will be an everlasting love. This will be this sounds very conceited, but sometimes I will have my own songs in my head, especially the newer ones. So I'll just be singing Leather or Screaming Eagles or something in the shower. Yeah.
I don't see that being. I like that. There's just, and it's for me. There's random times where I just have random songs. And I'm like, I haven't heard that song in weeks. Why is that in my head?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your music career?
Oh God, I have no idea. Probably stuck in the same thing that I was going for in like health. Probably going for that, honestly. If I didn't get out of that, I don't know. If I didn't have the will to get out of that, like I would still be there. In Columbia, Missouri is where I would be.
Columbia, Mizzou.
I went to Mizzou.
Como.
Yep, Como.
How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
Oh my gosh, tremendously, in good and bad ways. I think the rate of exposure is just like anybody can share it. Anything can go viral now, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I think the algorithm has stopped a lot of opportunity with artists and musicians and businesses and anybody who wants to market themselves. Man, it has really affected a lot. Sorry, that wasn't really a cohesive answer.
No, I think if you look at it, I mean, look at everything that surrounded the whole Morgan Wallen incident.
Yep.
And how everyone had an input on it.
Opinions
and from fans to artists to other people, and it completely just changed everything.
Cancel
because
culture.
Some artists got
something.
Yep.
Like what? What is that? I mean, I get it, but yeah.
Final one.
What?
Final rapid fire.
Okay.
American Idol, America's Got Talent, or The Voice?
Oh. Okay, this is hard because I have a love-hate. Because I did one of them, and I still really like one of them.
I also did one of them.
But like, they kind of screwed me over, so then I don't like them because you're at their beck and call. If you get on any of those shows, any of them really, your schedule's out the window because you have to go with what they say.
Yep.
But I would say The Voice, just because it is about the voice. I like that the judges only listen to the voice, which that's what it should be about, the talent, not what you look like. I don't like that.
Did you know that there was one season, it wasn't our season, I don't remember what country it was in, but if the judges did not turn the chairs, that was it. If they didn't hit the button, they didn't spin around, even when you were done.
Oh, they couldn't even.
You had to leave.
Dang.
It happened. It was one season long, and then they got rid of it because I think the point is you hit the They didn't have what you were looking for, but give them some advice to say, come back next year, fix this. What I love is there's been seasons where, I know this is on The Voice Australia, or I think it's Australia, but you had Sheldon Riley on there with Boy George, and Boy George had him one season, and then on another season he was already full. So when he started singing, Boy George just got up and turned around and watched. Like, or you've seen the show bend its rules a little bit with The Voice, because there was a season where same show, same country, but only one judge had a spot left. And a guy was really good, and they were all telling her, like, you should take it. And then Guy Sebastian hit his button and spun around, and they were like, you can't do this, your team is full. And then production was like, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll give him to you, but in the knockout rounds, there's a 3-way battle, you have to knock out 2.
Yeah.
And so they've been their rules because these artists are like, I see potential.
Yeah.
Like in The Voice. And so
yeah,
and all the other ones are
some of it, like
sometimes.
American Idol, like has like the people that like are purposely put on to be made fun of. I don't like that.
Yep.
That's too. Yeah. I know it's all entertainment at the end of the day. Like The Voice does it too. They have like those segments. They're like all like whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I like the foundation that the judges themselves will not see you. The producers and everybody, leading up until that moment, you are picked because of your talent, maybe because of numbers. I've seen some people on The Voice. I'm like, aren't they on a label? What are they doing on The Voice? Why are you on The Voice? Same with some other like shows that they just gotta get pushed out there by the label, maybe. But I do like The Voice, though. That's the one that I watched the most. So.
These have been Fiery Questions with Jenny Teator.
Those were great. I love it.
Okay, so what's next for you?
So I have 3 songs that I'm sitting on that are finished, they're ready, they're not released. And I think we are going to package it with an album and put out my first album sometime this fall. And then honestly, we are playing a bunch of shows. I'm doing a show with Jack Daniels for my Whiskey With Me tour. We're just really focusing on getting me in front of bigger crowds and opening opportunities and stuff like that. So hitting up the festival circuit for the first time next year and really sitting down and creating an album that's very intentional with a theme, an album. I'm very proud of all the work that I've put out so far. It's been more on the fun stuff, which shows you my personality. But I think this next body of work is going to be more intentional, I would say. My debut album. So we're working on some things.
If you guys want to follow Jenny on Instagram, it's at Jenny Teator. Check out her website where you guys can see her tour dates, her media collection, her store. She's got some cool things out there. It's at jennyteator.com, or if you guys want to be technical, www. If you have Apple Music or Spotify or YouTube, go check out Whiskey With Me. I spelled whiskey wrong.
Oh, well, some people spell it like that, like some bottles are whiskey, but there isn't E in it. So
I didn't realize it. And we went through this before we even started the show. But Jenny, stick around for just a second when we stop. But thank you for being on. It was a pleasure to have you. And I can't wait to see what comes next. I can't wait to see you again.
Thank you.
And then maybe down the road, we might have you back for some more stuff.
Let's do it. I love it. Thank you so much for having me. And it was so nice to meet you at that Restless Road gig. And this is how it all happens, man. So
exactly. Woo!
So awesome.
I loved interviewing her. Loved it.
My hood.
And she's in the chat.
She was here. What's up, girl?
I think she's still here.
She answered my comment like 5 minutes ago.
Not to what?
I think she is, because she answered my comment that I left like 5 minutes ago. Yeah. And I can't believe she taught. I mean, it's really impressive that she taught herself to play the guitar at 15.
Exactly.
Like, that's crazy.
She's
cool.
You said even in the thing in our private chat, you were like, "Oh, Michelle Branch! Oh my God, that's a throwback!" And I'm like, "I don't know who that is."
When she was talking, because I'm old, but when she was talking about like Michelle Branch and Alanis Morissette and Melissa Etheridge, I was like, "Oh my God, those were like the icons." When I was in, I guess it was high school, early college. I don't remember, but they all it took me back. And the performances, wow! The new
we
song.
got to hear "Widow Jane." She hadn't released it yet. So
because you would preview
new here first to hear it here. Jenny was in. Look at Jenny's in the chat. Look at woo. Yeah. Thanks for having me. My mom said love Widow Jane. She said thank you, Valerie. I think she's laughing at herself here.
Did she laugh at you when this person came to your door?
I don't know, but I don't think she even noticed my face go.
She didn't know. She got spotlighted, so that was good.
Yeah, she did. It was fun. I'm excited. I wanna have her back on so badly. And you never say never. You don't know. Oh my God. Before we actually were about to come back, I took a drink and I just kept coughing. I couldn't stop coughing.
You good?
I'm good now. Oh God. I hope I'm good. But no, guys, thank you guys for staying on. I'm sorry that it took that it's over by 14 minutes. But that interview was worth it. It was good music. Freaking Leather. I can't wait for that to come out on Apple Music, Spotify. I will be playing that song over and over. I played that song in my car. I would literally watch this interview, get all the way to the song, and watch the song and listen to the song. Leather made me cry the very first time I heard it. So,
Aww.
yeah.
Now, so she was one of the opening acts for Restless Road, and then did you just like hang around after the concert and like?
So she was the opener. She was the opener for Restless Road. And in between Restless Road and between her and Restless Road, I went up and met her, talked to her, got that photo that you saw in the video. Talked to her, said I would like to play some of your music on here. Lo and behold, it turned into her being interviewed here. So,
well, that was awesome.
But yeah, guys, we're switching gears real quick because we have. First off, I'm getting very tired. And I still have to write like 4 papers this week.
God. I didn't even need dinner yet. Look at my hair setting. I'm putting my hood back up. I'm in the hood.
So couple of things. Next week is a pre-recorded episode of Crazy News Reports. It's going to be really fun. We are doing a Halloween-themed Crazy News Reports, not from last month, but from any year. 2 crazy news reports from both of us that have to do with Halloween. We got to dig deep. Maybe I'll talk. Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I don't want to get canceled right now. I was going to mention Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm not that. Isn't there something? I have a student who's like obsessed with him and other serial
Yes, there's a movie
called
there's a new Netflix documentary about Dahmer, and apparently Katy Perry and Kesha are getting backlash from their songs that came out in 2008 about how they both mentioned Jeffrey Dahmer and cannibalism in their songs.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Anyway,
next Thursday is my 4-year wedding anniversary, so that's why we have to pre-record. Shout out to Rob for dealing with me for all this time.
Tomorrow night.
We're on a weekend.
Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out.
Oh,
which will lead us into our unedited movie review Halloween edition, Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2. They're back, witches. Get ready. It's going to be a fun night. Come prepared. Dress like you're dressing for Halloween. It's going to be fun.
So that's what, if depending on what night my dad celebrates his birthday on this weekend, I have a friend who's having a Hocus Pocus 2 viewing party. So hopefully.
I'm excited. I'm supposed to watch it with a friend on Sunday. She's watching this podcast right now. So hi, Brinkley. Will I watch it on Friday? Will I watch it on Sunday? Will I watch it on both nights?
Why not both?
Watch it with her? I don't know. I kind of want to I kind of want to be there with her while I watch the show because, be with people. My mom says happy anniversary.
Thank you so
much. And then Brent is on October 27th, and our October 22nd show. Right now, we have marketed it as Tyler Long from Survivor Philly, but that might have to change. And so we might not have Tyler. So we're keeping October 20th open right now, just in case there are some changes.
Somebody might do
prior commitments. Might be personal interest pieces. Who knows? Anyway, guys, if you guys want to follow Jenny Teator, here is her stuff again. Her Instagram is at Jenny Teator. Her website is jennyteator.com. And she didn't play it, but if you want to go check it out, go check out Whiskey With Me on Apple Music or Spotify or wherever you listen to your music. Chrissy.
I just dropped something. I should have done that sooner. I'm sorry.
That is so true. Hold on.
Yeah, I do have it.
Nothing like last minute changes to our show.
Because I was not thinking about it until you started dropping handles. I can do it next time, too. It's not a big deal. I think he's getting it ready. While he's getting it ready, okay. So, quick thing before I give my socials. You all saw, last week, the interview with Alex, and we talked a little bit about the live reality game community. On October 15th, I'm going to be helping out with production at a game called Competitive Events. This is ran by a little menace named Johnny Stockton, and it is in North Jersey. And we are looking specifically for women and non-binary people to play this game, which is like always what they're looking for. But yeah, ladies, if you want to play, that's the Instagram. Like literally,
If you live in, do you have to live in that area?
No.
Oh, you can play online?
It's live.
Is it online?
No, it's like live. It's like live. It's like Survivor Philly. Like it's a day game. Like
live.
Oh,
well then they have to live in that area. They can't just fly out there.
I mean, they don't have to, but most of them probably will. Like you're probably gonna be looking at mostly like East Coast people. Jersey. I'm looking at you, Jersey. Follow me at CRossMac_4 and my dog Kahlua at Kahlua. I don't know why I'm talking like this. At Kahlua_pup410.
At Kahlua.
Kahlua. I was trying to do some kind of Jersey accent. I'm done.
If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's at jhanton. If you guys want to follow our podcast, I don't know why you're not doing it yet, but CJ Unedited Podcast. If you're here because of Brent, follow the podcast.
Oh my God.
There.
What if people are here?
Because a lot of people have actually started liking us because of Brent. Remember, our next show is October 6th. It's the Halloween themed crazy news reports. And that does it. So, guys, until next week, be inspired or be young, be inspired. It's empty now, but drink, even if it is just water. But most importantly, to live your life 100% unedited. Jenny, take us away.
Darling, something got you dragging yourself in here tonight. Darling, let's get you back to some of that light, that shine. Get you some of that feel-good feeling. Get you some of that no more pain. Yeah. Get you some of that feel-good feeling. Get you some of that. Turn my blood to muddy water. Turn my soul to something smooth. Turn my blood to muddy water. Get this whole place in mood. Sing it with me now. Whoa, whiskey with me. Whoa, whiskey with me. Oh, whiskey with me. Whoa, darling, I know what it's like to feel down and out, darling. I know what a little liquid courage is all about. Get you some of that feel-good feeling. Get you some of that no more pain. Yeah. Get you some of that feel-good feeling. Get you some of that.